garbage time that has thrown the entire Chicago media landscape into a tizzy. This is what Brian Griese said on the broadcast Monday Night Football. We were talking to Nick Foles, and he said, sometimes play calls come in, and I don't have time to execute that play. I'm the one out here getting hit, and sometimes the guy calling the plays, Matt Nagy, doesn't know how much time there is back here. That's not a direct quote from Nick Foles. That is Brian Griese relaying what Foles told him in the production meeting. Bizarre. So all day yesterday, Foles and Nagy are having to cover up, or not cover up, but address this absurd comment from a Monday Night broadcast who probably was told something off the record and either boggled it on air or should not have revealed it on air or just did tell the truth.
Peter, you've been in a million of those meetings.
You're not supposed to reveal that kind of stuff. I mean, rule number one, all this is off the record.
How do you know when it's on versus off? Because they're having a conversation for content for the air. So
look, if Nick Foles was questioning Matt Nagy's play call and all that stuff, that should lead the broadcast. They should come out there and it should be Steve Levy and Louis Riddick and Brian Griese should be like, hold on, before we start the game, I got this amazing thing that I got to tell you that is on the record. He said it with a couple minutes left, and of course everyone's now running for cover on what was said. But the point is this: it's not Brian Griese. They got to deal with that now. They got to deal with, is there a communication issue? Does Foles trust Nagy? Does Nagy want Foles? That's the kind of stuff they got to deal with. And I think as this season goes on, there's going to be ups and downs with Nick Foles already. That's just how he plays football. And now you're dealing with this, and it's a storm already. I don't know. This is not how it was supposed to go.
That's wild, and that's unsavory, and yet the on-the-field product, just the pure meat and potatoes of the football, is really bad too. Isn't it weird that they're 5-2 and it seems like they're 0-7? Like I don't remember a 5-2 team that was this desperate, and yet when you watch the Bears' offense, everything is such a huge effort. Like to gain 4 yards on 1st and 10, it's like, oh my gosh, we did it.
Yeah.
It's so hard. They have to effort so different. And there's a few things, like, right off the bat that I think they could do. First of all, start Cole Kmet, the rookie tight end. I don't know why he's not on the field more. Every time he's out there, he shows promise. Put him out there. Secondly, I don't think the Cordero Patterson running back experiment is working.
There's a lot of running backs out there.
Can we please stop that? I watched the Super Bowl with Damian Harris and Raheem Mostert pulled off the street. Cordero's a great athlete. Stop with that. They fell in love with it, and they know more about offensive football than me, but it's not working. And here's the thing about Nagy, a little bit insight into Nagy. Nagy loves trick plays. He loves gimmicks. He's got a whole catalog of them. They all got names like Elvis and Marilyn Monroe and stuff. They can't run any of them because they can't even run a basic offense yet. Nagy's dying to run them. He wanted to run them last year. It wasn't there. I just think a few simple things here in terms of personnel. The quarterback issue, Kay brought this up yesterday, Peter, you were off, the Trubisky thing about, is it the craziest thing ever?
It had to be asked.
Yeah, and it does have to be asked.
Fair.
He says no. I just like, there's theories out there now that Trubisky should play the first 3 quarters and then you should go to Foles. Don't be down 17.
Put on Enter Sandman.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
The closer?
Bells comes out and Trevor Hoffman walks and Foles is down 26 points and he wins. And we're laughing, but I don't think it's ludicrous at this point. But listen, if Foles goes out this weekend against the Saints, throws for 180 yards and 2 picks and a fumble, you're still going to run him out? I don't know. It's really
are you changing a little bit?
Another game, you can't.
Come on my side.
And
Come on my side.
And yet, don't we all feel that, like, I don't want Foles as a front runner. Kick Foles down, step on his face, spit on him, and then he'll turn into Joe Montana. So if he's going to do that, now would be the time.
Okay.
Yeah, that is ludicrous. But speaking of ludicrous, I feel like that Bears defense should look at that offensive line for the Saints and say, move, get out the way. And they need to get after Drew Brees. Plain and simple. They have a fantastic pass rush. My guy Khalil Mack, 5.5 sacks. But it's not just about the stats, though, because he's an absolute Destructicon. He impacts every single play. When guys make plays outside of him, it's because he usually is getting double-teamed or even triple-teamed sometimes. So if they want to win this game, if they want to make something happen, make Drew Brees uncomfortable. Knock him off his pivot like a power forward in the NBA. Like, you have to make sure that he's not in there like he does, stepping up in the pocket, making plays. Focus on Brees. Just like a cold draft coming into the room. If they can do that, then Chicago Bears will win this game.
So they win the game 12-10, and Foles plays terribly, and the offense is still anemic. You're fine with that? And then
I'm fine with that. Go ahead. If you're winning, don't change it.
If I have a terrible
If you're
offensive
winning,
line, I
don't
want
change
the
it.
more mobile quarterback. That's all I'm saying. I would rather have Trubisky who can get out of those jams, who I think it's definitely worth considering. Nate, did you bring up that Ludacris so our guy Hal could play Ludacris in the commercial?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I knew
You
it.
got the best DJ in the business doing
Nate's
the
got
commercial
crumbs
break.
under his cuticles.
He just called a shot. Okay.
Hot. Super hot. Hot.
Jesus, at GMFP.
Hot tight end.
Okay, yesterday, hot. Kyle broke the angry run scepter in the middle of a segment. I don't know how you did that. They're very expensive and valuable. I don't know how that happened. I'd like to know the most valuable item, Shregs, that you've ever broken on accident.
Yeah, this comes, it's like a movie like Ferris Bueller's or something, but junior year of high school, I was going out on a date. All right.
You break some hearts?
Even me. And my dad let me use his car, and sure thing.
It broke down.
Red Bank, New Jersey, take it right into a parking lot. Doesn't break down, okay. I smashed it right into another car.
No!
Not good.
Dude, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. Was it a sob?
It was not
just got
a
a
sob. It was very 80s of you, but it was not a sob.
Was it a sob?
I think it was an Acura Integra car.
Oh, so
did
me,
you
can't
do?
hide money.
Brand. So,
What did you do?
so I was shaken up, but the date had to go on. Then we get back, and there's a giant dent in the front, and our next door neighbor was good with the auto parts. He started working on it. My dad was like, "What is going on? Get out of here."
Hey, Peter, as long as the back seat wasn't broken, huh?
Hey now!
Calm down.
What do you expect?
So
We're back in the
bottled up.
studio.
So
What do you
bottled up.
think?
Oh, boy.
It's bottled up in 8 months. I got Peter backseat jokes.
There we
The
go.
ceiling. He's going to hit the ceiling today.
What do you got, Nate? What'd you break?
You guys are crazy. I'm going with
Oh,
this.
no!
Okay, Picasso,
Yeah.
Claude Monet.
That's a Game Boy right there, okay? This is the first handheld device. I know we all have fancy phones nowadays, but there was nothing, and I repeat, nothing like the Game Boy when it came out. That was the most treasured piece of technology I ever held, and one day I got excited.
I'm playing that
and it
Tetris right
crashed.
now.
All
Even
day,
seeing
it's
it.
Tetris
Just
all
even
day
seeing
long.
it.
So difficult. Once those things start going fast, it's a wrap.
I know.
Yeah, it's a wrap. But I broke that, and I was crying, and my mom was like, "No, you broke it. You can't get another one until Christmas."
Wow.
Love it. At GMFB with your answers to Whiteboard Wednesday. We've got lots to
Hey,
get to, guys.
I have an answer.
Sorry. You're just
My
all over
head
the
will
place. I
explode
forgot.
today, Kate. It ain't the day. I got too much
Your
adrenaline.
vein
It
is
ain't the
talking
day.
to me. Your vein is looking at me crazy.
But this is important because it all involves all of us. It also involves the audience. June 2016, I broke the space-time continuum. Let me tell you what was happening in June 2016. Bring up the photograph. In fact, I have the year wrong. It's June 2018. Bring up the photograph. That's 4 nice people doing a promo shoot. Beautiful people, good co-work. Oh!
Beautiful.
Tetris music.
Try to put the Achilles back together because it exploded. I tore my Achilles doing a promo shoot for this program. Made me a stronger person. Made me empathize with athletes who do it. Although, truthfully, I would have rather be one of you guys because it was a really terrible recovery.
But you made the bet. You gave us so much
A lot of content.
content.
A lot of scooter jokes.
Scooter jokes,
Oh, yeah.
content.
Yeah,
You
scooter
going
together.
up against Stephon Diggs.
You're doing the
Yes,
Minneapolis
I
Miracle.
raced
You
Stephon Diggs,
pretended to
Minneapolis
be a
Miracle.
corner.
I only wish if it happened this year, because then we got Scooter in Tampa Bay now, Scotty Miller, so we had all kind of Scooter segments. It's
You'd
okay.
rather it not happen.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Kyle.
You want me to run it back? Like anything for the show.
You are a legend, though, because sitting in the CBS studio, when the promo comes on,